So she's been in the business for a few years already, for almost over 5 years. She's a six-figure income earner. She's been helping hundreds, thousands of families since the day she started her affiliation. So she's the best person to share with you actually how we help families. So with that said, Odetta, the biz from the East, please take it away, my friend.
Hello. How is everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. Super amazing to see all of you. I'm just going to go through the chat and shout out to a couple of you guys. Brian, nice to see you. Cherie, nice to see you. Wow. Delnique is in the house. Miss Tom Ford. Okay, Miss Delnique. Devi. Eric, Gregory, happy that you can make it. I'm so happy. Jasmine, I don't think we've met. John, Morgal, Justice, Leslie, my girl, all the way from Florida. Just had an amazing time in Arizona. Maria, our Latina queen. So guys, if you ever have people who speak Spanish, Maria is your go-to girl. Mr. Accountable. Who is Mr. Accountable? Nadia, all the way, my Trini girl, all the way from Florida, the real estate boss. So if you're looking for a home in Florida, that's your girl, Nadia. Alrighty. Shelly Auntie, adorable. Guys, we are streaming live. So I think, if you do follow me on social media or on IG, make sure that you just share the feed out. Also on IG, my IG name is Swap Queen _ Odetta King, right? And of course on Facebook, it is Odetta King, Swap Queen. All right. So make sure that you're pushing those out. Today's topic is our flagship product, right? Every one of you need to understand this really well inside out. I know personally for me in my group, I'm constantly flooding it with materials, and it's so nice to see more and more people are catching on to the IUL. And just today alone, I posted like 2 videos in my group of other licensed financial professionals who are educating the mass on IUL. So IUL is our flagship product. If you do not own one, make sure you do. And then when you start making money, you stack up a couple of them, right? So with that said, I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully you guys, let's do this before I do this. Share. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Business module, financial education. Hey, Marcel, I see you on Facebook. Hey, Symphony, I see you on IG. Share the feed, right? So today is all about financial education and accumulating wealth. There's a lot of talk about building wealth, right? And being in this industry, I've seen firsthand how people, they're building wealth, but they're not protecting and accumulating it. So let's talk about what are the 3 most things that are important to you guys. First one, how about learning to save and grow money? How many people do you think need to learn how to save and grow their money? Or saving for their children. Now, maybe you're like me, you don't have any kids, but I sure got a lot of nieces and nephews, and I want to make sure that my sister and brother know what to do to save for their kids, right? And I want to chip in my part too and make sure that Corey Riley is good and doesn't get bogged down with student loan. So if you have kids, is saving for your kids important? Or when you get your license, how many times do you think you're going to sit with a family and they're going to want to know how to save for their children? Or you may have a grandmother, and if you Google the statistics, grandparents on average spend about $2,500 per year on their grandkids. They may not like their daughter and son, but they sure love their grandkids. So how about sitting with a grandmom or a granddad and saying, hey, this is what you can do for little Johnny, right? Saving for your children. How about retiring comfortably? Listen, everybody's going to need this one, child, because with what the 401k, 403b, and IRA are doing, Lord, I don't think they're going to be retiring comfortably, right? Or how about protecting your family's income? God forbid if we get ill, heart attack, cancer, stroke, something major. We did not die. We just got knocked down. We just got sick. And now we can't go to work. But the bill still got to get paid. We still got to pay the mortgage. We still got to pay the rent. And child, everybody know what's going on with the gas. Okay? The gas is up. But we still got to put gas in the car to go to the doctor's appointment, right? Or how about protecting your family from unforeseen setback? This is a big one, y'all. Nobody's planning for these things. Nobody is planning for unforeseen setbacks, right? So 3 out of these things, you guys get to pick, right? What's most important to you? So when you sit with your clients, these are going to be the same things you're going to ask your client. What's more important to you? Okay, this is really annoying, so I'm just going to do it like this. So let's talk about 3 rules of money. Y'all, before I came to WFG, I never even heard or knew that there were rules. Did you guys know that there's rules to money? Yes. This is why the rich are getting richer, because they know of these rules. The mass does not know about the rules. So let's talk about the first rule of money, which is compound interest. My favorite uncle, Albert Einstein, was the one who came up with this formula. And it simply tells us, take the number 72, divided by the rate of return, which is the interest, and that's going to tell you how many years your money is going to double. Guys, do you think a lot of people know this rule? Do we think a lot of people know this rule? No, they don't. So let's plug it into real numbers. Let's say you have your money earning 4%. 72 divided by 4 is now 18 years. Assuming you have, let's say, 10,000 sitting somewhere earning 4%, it's going to take your money 18 years before it doubles to 20,000, and another 18 years before it doubles to 40,000. Well, what about if you were getting 8%? Now that takes us 9 years. 72 divided by 8 is 9 years, right? So 10,000 today, now it's going to take 9 years to double to 20, and another 9 years to 40, and another 9 years, and so forth. You get the point. What about 12%? Why is this important, guys? Because you see, depending on where your money is sitting, you want to divide 72 and the interest that you're earning. So if you're getting 12%, 72 divided by 12, that's 6 years. That's a whole lot better than 4%. Your money doubling in 18 years. Now your money at 12% is doubling every 6 years. You're stacking your coins, right? It's only taking you 6 years and it's doubling. Another 6-year rule, it doubles again. Another 6 years, it double, right? So in 20 years, or actually in 36 years, your money is almost $640,000 with 12%. But the person who did not know this rule and had their money saving, earning 4%, 36 years, they only have 40. So you see, what this tells me is the first rule to money is it's not just about saving money, y'all. People are getting this thing wrong. They're like, oh, I'm good at that, I'm saving money. No, you're not good. Where are you saving that money, and what is the interest you're getting on that money? Because there's a lot of people that are going to tell you, I'm good, I'm saving, but they don't know the rule of money. They don't know how to calculate compound interest, right? So 2 individuals, I'm from Guyana, let's say somebody come from Guyana, we both came to the States at the same time. One person knows this information, he's getting 12%. I don't know this information, I'm getting 4%. 36 years go by, we see each other at a party. This one, it has almost $500,000. And I only got 40. And I thought I was doing good. No, I did not do good. I didn't know this rule. Right? Now, this rule, if you know it, it works for you. And if you don't know it, it works against you. How? Flip the script. Loans, credit card, student loan. Any form of loans, same thing apply. What's the interest on your credit card? 12%? Your debt is doubling every 6 years. Your debt is doubling every 6 years. Now I understand why people are staying in debt longer, because they don't know this rule. If everybody who has a credit card and the banks educate us, the credit card wouldn't make a lot of money, because people are going to pay it off before it doubles. But the credit card is not going to educate you on these things, because they don't want you to pay it off before it doubles. So when people are going to ask you, how come I didn't know this? Well, why should you know this? You knowing this information is not going to benefit them. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you, right? Why would they tell you? No, they want you to stay in the dark so they could keep making this money. The second rule deals with tax, and boy, they really got us here, right? The number 2 rule to money is taxes. How is your money getting taxed? Because everybody's going to get taxed. We cannot escape it. But depending on where you position your money, that's going to tell you a different story. Because you see, there's tax now accounts, which are your checking, savings, CD, stocks, mutual fund. Then you have tax later account, which is where the majority of people have their money, again, because they don't know better. That's your 401k, your 403b, some people have 457, and IRA, SEP IRA, annuity pension. These accounts, you do not pay tax on the seed when your money is little. Uncle Sam wants to tax us on the harvest. Can somebody say amen? I feel like I'm preaching tonight. Uncle Sam wants to tax you on the harvest when your money is big. So, by the way, do you know how much tax is going to be when you're ready to retire? Do you think it's going to go up or it's going to go down? Nobody's going to say tax is going to go down. Tax could never go down. Inflation is going up. What do you think tax is going to do? So you may have $100,000 in your 401k today. You don't know how much tax you're going to pay on it. That sounds kind of risky. That's like you coming to me. You read my first book. You borrowed that $100,000 that I saved up. And I tell you, you know what? Because you're my friend, I'm not going to tell you how much tax I'm going to charge you today. When you're ready to pay me back a year from now or 2 years from now, then I'm going to tell you how much taxes I will charge you then. Would anybody borrow money not knowing what's the interest they're going to pay on that money? Dumb question, right? But we're doing it when it comes to these accounts. Tax advantage, that's where the rich and famous plays. They do not like paying tax, and they're looking for the best possible vehicle to pay the least amount of taxes. And pretty much what it is, you're just going to pay tax on the beginning. Pay the tax in the beginning. Pay the tax today while you know what the tax is. Pay the tax while your money is little. Your $100, your $200, your $300, or whatever you're contributing. Pay the tax today. So when your money grows bigger later, Uncle Sam got to pass you and I, and he got to go to the tax later people. And, he can't come to us because we already paid our dues. We already paid the tax. Oh, man. Third rule to money deals with investment. And boy, they never taught us any of this at New York City colleges or NYU, right? How do you go to school? You go to Ivy League University, and they never teach you about money, but they're preparing us to go get a high ticket paying job. Why did they not teach us about money, and they're preparing us to go get a high interest, a high paying ticket job, a high salary? Why? Something to think about, right? So on the investment, there's 3 places. You put your money with the bank, fixed product. Your money is safe. And this is why a lot of people go to the bank, because that's all they know. And they like the word safety. Their money is going to be safe. But guess what? It's not going to grow much. It's whatever you put in, that's what you're going to get out. Not a penny more, because Lord knows if you Google the interest for banks, it's 0.0 something. It's not even 1%. And now you guys know what this rule of 72 is. What about variable? Just Google the word variable. Variable means it goes up and down. It's up and down, right? So one day you're rich, another day you're poor. One day you got $1 million in your 401k, next month you're broke. Now, variable has growth potential. So when the stock market is up, everybody is up. We like it. We traveling, we going to Red Lobster, we shopping, we doing everything when the market is up. And when the market is down, we're not to be seen. We're hiding. We're scared. There's no safety. You cannot build anything when it comes to your financial future with risk. Because you could say, I'm going to be rich, but if you have your money in variable account, is it guaranteed that it's going to be there when you're ready for it? Now, what about index? Index is where the rich people are. This is where the 1% are, right? One of my all-time favorite books that I love to talk about, let me see if it's here. What would the Rockefellers do? I don't have it here. What would the Rockefellers do, right? These guys knew about these accounts. So with index account, you have the best of both worlds. You don't have to pick only safety or only growth. If you're in the fixed market, but the bank, it's only safety you're going to get, not growth. If you put your money in the stock market, you're only going to get growth, but no safety. Now with index, you get the best of both worlds. You get safety and you get growth. And you can only get this from insurance companies, because you see, insurance companies study the market. Insurance companies saw what happened in 2001, 2008, and all of those years where people saw their entire retirement wiped out. And the only one that made it were the one who had to continue working longer. So they created this product, right? They created this product for us. Now you no longer have to choose. You could have safety and you could have growth. And you could only get this with index product. So now that you know this, how would you like your money to grow? Because you could have choices. But you see, when I was working in corporate America, they never told me I had choices. They just said, hey, we got a 401k. It's a good thing. Sign up. It's for your retirement. And me, I love to save money. So I signed up. I drank all the Kool-Aid. I was maxing out my 401k. But I was also that angry employee that would call up Jason when I lost money. So what is the index universal life? As many of you know, IUL, right? IUL, Index Universal Life. If you don't have an IUL, you're dropping your coins. If you do not have an IUL, you are dropping your coins. Why? The IUL has growth. Your money is going to grow. The cap is 15%. So you can have up to 15% depending on how the market performs. The market performs 5%, you get 5%. The market performs 10%, you get 10%. The market performs 15%, you get 15%. But what about when the market does 16, 17 and above? Well, you see, we're not going to get 16, 17 and above. Why? We're giving up some of our upside potential for guarantee no loss. So this is where the safety comes in. We are guaranteeing that you will never, ever, ever, ever lose a penny in your IUL. When everybody else is falling off the floor, when everybody else want to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge, when everybody else blood pressure is going up because they lost a lot of money, everybody with an IUL, We just chilling like a villain. We still traveling. We're still on track to have $1 million in our IUL for retirement. Ain't nobody tripping over here, right? We still making money. I never understood the concept how some people are losing while others are winning. This is what they were talking about. This is a strategy they're talking about. Everybody else is losing money with the stock market and we are over here still making money. Worst case scenario, 0.75. Guys, get excited. This is what we do for family all day, every day. Like I said, if you ain't got an IUL, you're dropping your coins and you're going to be broke. Because you cannot guarantee your money's going to be there if you're in a variable account. What about taxes? Rich people love taxes, and I'm beginning to love taxes too. I don't like paying taxes. I don't want to pay extra taxes. Tax advantage. Tax advantage. Life insurance in general is a tax-free vehicle. You can pull out your money tax-free at any time. Unlike your 401k, try pulling out your money before age 59. Uncle Sam is going to slap you not only with taxes, but a 10% penalty. Over here, you can touch your money tax-free at any age. You want to send your kids to college? Pull out 20, 30, 40, 50 grand. You want to buy a house? Pull out 10, 20. This is where the concept came about, becoming your own bank. Y'all heard these before. You heard these phrases before, becoming your own bank. You have an IUL, you supercharge and overfund your IUL. Ain't nobody got time to go to the bank and borrow money. We borrow from our own self in the IUL. And what about protection? What are we protecting? Well, let's start with our life. We got to protect our life. If I drop dead tomorrow, my mom is happy. She's not going to be crying too long. She is not going to be crying one bit for long. Child, she going to be on a cruise the next day. Okay? She going to be on a nice cruise. And if I don't put everything in writing, she going to blow away those millions. You're protecting your life first. Secondly, you're protecting your health. If you get sick, heart attack, cancer, stroke, or any major illness, you have long-term care. What does that mean? In simple, plain layman term, you got money coming to you. You got a check that's going to come to you, God forbid, if you get hit with something major. Critical, chronic. But what about people who have a lot of money? What else do they want to protect? They want to protect their assets. They want to make sure we're living in a country. If it snows outside and somebody fall in front of your house, they'll try to sue you for your house. But they can't come after your IUL. They could probably go after your house. They could go after your bank account, but they ain't coming for your IUL. They cannot come for your IUL. Your IUL is protected. People who sue you, they will not get a penny from your IUL. They're going to go after other things, but they can't come for your IUL. So guess what? Where do you think you want to put most of your money? Do you want to keep a lot of it in the bank? Do you want to keep a lot of it in the stock market, and when you get sued, that's the first thing they go for? Or do you want to stack up your IUL? I don't know about you, but I ain't going to get a penny from OdetteKing.com because all my money's in my IULs, right? You got to protect your family. You got to protect your health. And you got to protect your money because we live in America. People will sue you at the drop of a dime. So, let's continue with this IUL. Guarantee no loss. 0.75. While everybody else is losing, you still making money. 0.75. Maximum you can earn is 15%. Let's have a 20-year look back. Right? In 2002, when the stock market was down negative 25, if you had, and I'm going to zoom in here, if you had $10,000, your $10,000 in 2002 went down to now $6,294. And the person with their IUL, how we looking? Did we lose any money? Did we lose any money? The person with their IUL? No. We grew. The market was negative. What did we get? 0.75. We didn't lose a dime. We made money. 10,150. Right? We made money. Child, I don't know about you guys, but y'all need to get excited with this information. This information is golden. The fact that you can invest and never lose money. Look in 2008. Imagine if you were scheduled to retire in the year 2008. The market was down negative 40%. The person with their IUL, again, we ain't losing. We earning 0.75. Right? In 2020, if you had started in the last 20 years with $10,000, you would have grown to 19,580. But guess what? That 19,000, it's at 401k, IRA, mutual fund. You got to pay tax on that 19,000. The person with their IUL, our 10,000 grew to 48,360. And do we have to pay tax? Hell to the no. No tax on that 48,360. All net cash, no tax. And all along the way for the last 20 years, you would have had life insurance and long-term care. So if God forbid something happened prematurely, you're good. The person with their 401k, they cannot say that. So on average, when you look at the percentage, somebody who's doing the traditional investment that would have earned 3.42%. Someone who would have invested in the IUL with the caps in the floor would have earned 8.20%. More look back. Last 25 years, IUL average 8.95. Traditional investment 6.49. Last 20 years 8.20, 15 years 8.43, and so forth. You can see the trend here. Never losing money is a big deal. Now let's look at a live illustration. Jenny B. Rich. She is female, 30-year-old, pretty healthy, preferred elite. She applied for an IUL, saving $600 a month. That's money that she was putting in her 401k, her 403b, her IRA, traditional IRA, or the bank. Now, when we sat with Jenny B. Rich and we educated her on this concept, we decided that we're going to reposition. Now that you know better, you're going to do better. You're not going to put the 600 in your 401k, 403b, IRA, whatever stuff your job is giving you. You're going to reposition that money and put it in your IUL. So immediately, guys, putting $600 and getting approved for an IUL immediately gives her a face amount of $500,000. That's a super big deal. From day one, your net worth went up. From day one, you got life insurance, $500,000 tax-free. So if you drop dead the very next day, Jenny B family gets $500,000. Meanwhile, she was putting that same 600 in a 401k, which does not give her $500,000 of anything. Right? So she puts away her 600 every month, which is 7,200 annually, which is still not a lot. And let's say she doesn't put any more money. She just stays with 600 consistently. 10 years from now, she would have put in 72. The cash surrender value, right, is how much she can touch. She can touch 68,000. Her policy value is 76. At age 45, she contributed the total of 108. It grew to 144. She can touch 144. Fast forward to retirement age. She's 65. 35 years from now, right? She contributed in total 252,000, just around $250,000. And look at the cash surrender value, guys. Look at the cash surrender value. How much can she touch? How much can she touch? And this money is tax free, y'all. Uncle Sam can't talk to Jenny B. Rich. he got to go to Joe Broke and tax Joe Broke. Jenny B. Rich is truly rich. I've been doing this business for 5 years now, and I have yet to see somebody has this amount anywhere for retirement savings. Almost 800,000 tax free. And look at her benefit, the last column, 1.8. What does that mean? If she drops dead at age 65, how much does her family get? How much does her kids get? How much does her husband get? Had she saved that money in a 401k, there is no way it would be 787. And even if it is 787, it is still not 787. Can somebody hear me? Because that 787 is sitting in a 401k is gonna get taxed. How much? We don't know. And hope and pray when she gets to 65, the market doesn't do what it's doing right now, because a lot of people gonna be broke right now. A lot of people gonna have to keep working right now, and a lot of people are popping their blood pressure pills because it went up. It went up, and they are stressed right now, right? They're super stressed. Imagine having to you want to retire this year, and you have 200,000, 300,000 in your 401k, and this is the year you plan to retire. What's going on with your money right now? You lost. You're down. You are down right now, and you still got to pay tax on the amount that's left. That's not how you control your future. That's not how you control your future. Now, let's look at kids. This is one of my favorite parts. I don't have any kids, but boy, I cannot wait to have a child. Now, let's continue. Let's look at the kids. I posted today in my group chat another person who did a video on an IUL illustrating somebody saving $100 for a newborn baby. Funds that account for 18 years. That child's future is set in his adult life. Now let's say now you have a kid, 1 year old, because now you know this information. You got a newborn. This is what we're going to do for the newborn. We're going to set aside $300 a month. Keep in mind with kids IUL, the parent is the owner. And because the parent is the owner, this is the parent money. The parent can do whatever they want to do with it. But they're saving for their children. So we set aside $300 for little Richie Rich kid, right? Richie Rich kid. His mama is OdetaKing.com, and she just said, you know what? We're going to put $100 aside and start saving. But you know what? Because it's OdetaKing.com, we're going to do $300 a month because we know the value of this stuff. $300 setting aside for your kids. Look at the age. 15 years from now, right? How much do they have? Okay, this is really annoying. Okay, so I'm just going to have to do it this way. When this child is 18, they're ready to go off to college. 19, 20. You can pull out almost $40,000. Do you guys see here? Age 21 and 22. Almost $40,000 each year. $80,000 within both years. So this is money now. Because you know what you know, you don't put money in a 529. You don't put money in the bank account. Because those things are going to count against the kids and yourself when you're ready for financial aid for college. You save the money in the IUL. You pull out the money from the IUL. So the child is going to look as though they're broken paper, but they sure stacked up because all their money sitting in the IUL, which opens them up possibility to get grants and federal aid and free money from the school, because every school has free money. If they incur some student loan, once they're done with school, they can pull out $80,000 or whatever to pay off for their additional school loan. And we continue saving that $300. At some point, the kid is going to grow up, they're going to get a job, and you, the parent, can decide if you want to turn it over to them and pull out everything that you've saved for yourself or for them. Or you could say, you know what, they're good kids, I'm just going to give it to them anyway. Start them off in life. They can buy a house, do whatever they want to do. Or if they're doing good, this is your money, mom. This is your money, pops. You can do whatever you want to do with it. It's your money. So now, all the way, 40 years old, this child has cash surrender almost $200,004. That's a lot. How many 40-year-olds do we know have $204,000 cash, tax-free, sitting anywhere? Now, some people like to say, oh, I got real estate, but can you pull out $204,000 from your equity in your house? First of all, you have to qualify. You got to ask for your own money. You got to go through hoops to let the bank give you permission to pull out this equity. IUL, you ain't got to ask a soul. You just log into your Transamerica back office, or you call Transamerica and say, hey, I want to pull out 200. There's no question about asking and waiting for an approval. No, we just take it. This is our money. At 50 years old, look at the cash surrender, 422. And at 55-year-old, over $500,000. Now, guys, pay attention to the cumulative column. At 55-year-old, 107,000 was contributed to this IUL, and it grew. It grew to over $500,000. Is that a good investment? I would think so. Now this child reaches 69. They have over $1 million, almost 1.5. How is their retirement looking? How is their retirement looking? I've yet to see people have $1 million tax-free. This is how you protect your future. This is how you secure your future. This is how you have a guaranteed retirement where you know that it doesn't matter who's the president, what tax laws are made. Your money's right there waiting on you. Your money's right there. Now, let's pay ourselves first. A lot of us can save $200 a month, $300 a month, $500 a month, or more. If you were saving $200 for the last 30 years, oh my God, I get so annoyed when I see this part, because I know that if I knew about the IUL for the last 30 years, boy, y'all wouldn't even know me right now. Y'all would not know me right now, okay? Y'all would not know me right now. If I knew about this IUL 30 years ago, if my mama knew about this IUL 30 years ago and they were saving just $200, my parents would have been a lot better off. Or what if you could save $300 a month? If you were saving $300 a month for the last 30 years in an IUL earning 8% interest, you're looking at almost $500,000. $500,000. And you know what's the sad part? Most people could have afforded to save $300, but they did not know of strategies like these. Because we're spending the $300, we're spending the $200, we're spending the $500, we're finding money to spend. But if someone had sat with us and said, this is what you can do, this is how your money's going to grow, this is where you need to put your money because it is guaranteed growth. You can never ever lose. It doesn't matter what the stock market does. It doesn't matter what Twitter do. It doesn't matter what Coca-Cola do. It doesn't matter what major 500 company does. Your money is going to grow uninterrupted. It doesn't matter who's the president, what tax laws they make. This does not impact your money. A lot of people would have done it. But why they did not do it? Because they do not know. The Bible said it best. We lack and we perish because of lack of knowledge. So we got a license in our hand to free a lot of people financially, physically, emotionally, mentally. Get excited about this business. Hurry and get your license and share this information with everybody you know. And you know what you're going to always hear? I wish I knew this. Why didn't somebody tell me about this years ago? Well, as long as we don't know, guess who's winning the money game? Who is winning the money game if we don't know? So, a lot of you right now can save 200, 300, 500. Start where you are and you could build on it. You could increase. When I first started this business, I had one IUL, saving $166. $166. One IUL. Today I have 4 IULs. And the more money I make in WFG, the more IULs I'm getting. Why? Because I know better. This is what I teach family every day. This is where you want to put your money because it's safe and it's growing. And it's tax-free. And you have life insurance. And you have long-term care. If I get sick, I got money coming to me. If I die prematurely, my loved ones are okay financially. And if those two things don't happen no time soon, I'm stacking a whole lot of coins. Okay? Get excited. The more money you make in WFG, the more you save. People will not tell you that. Most people will tell you the more you make, the more you spend. Here, we educate you. We wanted you to save and grow your money smart. So, take action. Finalize your own PFS, personal financial strategy. I just did one of myself recently again. The more money I make, I'm always reassessing my own financial strategy. The more money you make, once you get so good into this business, you're going to reassess your own financial strategy. I'm making more money. Okay, I need to put more here. I need to invest more here. I need to save more here. It's never about spending more. Yes, I splurge here and there, but I'm making more and I'm saving and investing more than I'm splurging. So finalize your own PFS, personal financial strategy. Know what's going on with your money. Make sure that you have things in alignment so 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, it doesn't matter who's the president. It doesn't matter what tax laws they make. It doesn't matter if taxes go up. It doesn't matter if the stock market crash. That is not going to affect your financial future with the IUL. Today I had one of my teammates call me 4 years ago when I brought her into this business. She got declined for the IUL because of health reasons. Today she called me. I even forgot about reconnecting with her. She called me. She said, hey, Odetta, can we try again? It's been 4 years. Can we try again? Because she knows the values of this. Her kids have this. She didn't get it. We're going to try again. Attend all weekly training. It's so important for you guys to get on these trainings, right? Because if you don't learn this stuff, you can't train this stuff. You can't teach this stuff. You can't articulate it. You can't tell your coworker, your classmate, your church mate, or whoever, right? And we always say it, communicate with your trainer every day. The people who lock arms with their trainer are the ones that are shining. Schedule your license exam. If you don't have a license exam, just schedule it. This way you know mentally and you're prepared to go on XYZ date. The next license boot camp is the end of this month, June 26th. Get into boot camp. Start studying for your license. Set up your license date. And of course, you want to set up 3 appointments in the next 7 days so you can practice 117. So you can see this stuff live in action. You can set in on an appointment and have your trainer share this with a friend, a coworker, a classmate. and see how powerful this stuff is. Because people don't know what they don't know. And they think they're good. But little do they know, they're broke. Sad to say, right? Sad to say, they are broke. Now, you guys know the schedule, but I'm going to say it anyway. Every Monday, right? 9 p.m., non-licensed, Mondays and Wednesdays for non-licensed. Tuesdays and Thursdays, once you get your license, you level up. You're in the big boys club, right? You get your license, it's higher level stuff. Really, really good stuff. And of course, if you are part of X-Wave, we will see you guys on Saturday at 1 p.m. And of course, if you're in Elite Circle, we will also see you on Saturdays at 1 p.m. So Saturdays is for the go-getters, for the people who are hungry to grow and build their business. So we will see you guys on Saturday, non-licensed, Mondays and Wednesdays. And once you get licensed, you want to be in everything, because the more you learn, the more you earn. Alrighty? The more you earn is the more you're going to learn. And with that being said, please, please, please make sure that you guys are taking heed. Do whatever you need to do, because again, October, where we're going in October? Can somebody tell us where we going in October?
Houston, Texas, yo.
Texas.
And I don't know about y'all, but y'all need to be on stage. Y'all need to be on stage in October. And how you going to be on stage? You got to do something big. You got to hit your milestone. You got to get your watch. You got to get your ring. You got to get something. You got to be promoted to MD. You got to be promoted to SMD. You got to do something major in your business milestone for you to be recognized on stage. And it's a good feeling, y'all. If you go to a convention or an event and you're not called up on stage, your butt is burning. Your butt is burning. You want to be on stage. You want to get all the recognition. You want to get the accolades. You want to feel that, you know what? I did work hard, and this is a good feeling. I deserve it. But before that, some of you, we will be seeing you guys next month in Vegas, right? In Vegas, we're going to see some of you. So I'm super excited. I'm going to turn it back over to Vane. All I would say, guys, lock arm with your trainer. Work your business every day. Talk to people every day. Set up appointments. If you don't have your own appointment, see who has an appointment. Sit in. Always be studying and learning this business, because I promise you guys, the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. I have back-to-back meetings all day with different companies. Why? Because I want to master their product. I want to learn more from the people who are designing these products, right? Friday, I have a meeting with AIG. Why do I have a meeting with AIG? I want to study their new product that they just launched, right? But annuity, 30% sign-on bonus? Come on, I want to know about this product so I can introduce it to my clients, right? So guys, thank you so very much. And Vane, I'll turn it back over to you.
Oh my God, thank God we are in West Coast, so it's only 7 o'clock, and after you pumping us with that freaking energy, I can still go prospect, get some people. I'm sorry, East Coasters, it's 10 p.m., so you can try, but I'm not sure how much people are gonna answer, but thank you, Anita. We have advantage. People in West Coast, you gotta go prospect like crazy right now, right? Because you have that energy, that positiveness,